Hi everyone and welcome to this week's edition of Wings Weekly. This is actually the finale for the season. We'll talk with Coach Anslow next. We'll also tell you about some important dates to the Aberdeen Wings organization. That and more is coming up on this edition of Wings Weekly. And welcome back to this week's edition of Wings Weekly. And joining us now is Coach Anslow. And Coach, thanks for taking some time.
My pleasure.
All right, this being the finale, let's go back to Game 3 of the NAHL Central Divisional Series against Austin. Talk about battling. And a lot of things that you talked about the week before was puck battles and things like that. Where did we improve for Game 3?
Well, no one liked the outcome of Game 3. You never want to lose a playoff series, especially on home ice. Our objective was to try to fight to play another day. All in all, I thought our effort in game number 3 was good. It was much improved. We did talk about puck battling 1 week ago here on this show. I thought we won more battles. We had the puck more. They did outshoot us. Keep in mind, they like to shoot from every angle. It's part of their game plan. But we got down 2-0. That wasn't in the script. But we did find a way to battle back. I thought at 3-1, plugging away to make it 3-2, fighting to make it 3-3 was really, really important. You have to take yourself out of the picture sometimes, and you have to look at things rationally and objectively, and that's hard to do at this time of the year, a couple days removed from the end of your season. But I really liked the battle and the want-to of our group, and I thought it was a pretty entertaining game. I just thought it was an entertaining game between two teams. Both teams wanted to win. Unfortunately, they won the game. If you think that I'm okay and we're okay with giving up a goal in the last 2 minutes like that to end our season, you're crazy. But when I look at the big picture, pretty entertaining game. Can't question the effort of our group. I really believe they wanted to win and get this thing to Game 4. Unfortunately, it didn't happen.
Let's just highlight here Will Hammer just a little bit. 2 goals, 13 assists in 52 games played all season, but then scores 4 goals in the playoffs. I mean, was that something it's exciting to see, not only just because it was a hat trick in Game 1 and a goal in Game 3, but is that something exciting to see planning for next year?
Well, you bet. He outscored our entire team last year in the playoffs.
No, that's true.
I mean, look at it that way. I mean, he is a player who we felt emerged in the second half of the season. He's a finisher. He plays a power game. He's a heavy player, strong over the puck, has real good passion, likes to get to the scoring areas. And there were a few guys, especially first-year players, that really emerged late in the season. And anytime a player can have a breakout in the playoffs, it always makes you excited for his future.
Coach, let's talk about the group all together. We had a few Division I commitments, and of course, Ronnie Hine earlier in this, or midway through the season, going up to the USHL. This has been a group that you designed from day one, right?
Well, things happened during the course of the season. I mean, we didn't plan to lose Ronnie. We didn't plan to lose Jack Nile to a season-ending, career-ending injury. We didn't plan to lose Daniel Billett. We didn't plan to lose Gavin Piscosa, a goaltender we had high hopes for, who went down in the warm-up in the preseason in Topeka. So things happen, no question about it. This is a young group. This is a group that matured and developed a lot as the season went along. This is a group that found its way in the second half of the season. Maybe we didn't win tons of games, but I thought our effort was better, our maturation was better. And again, not to sound like a broken record, but this is a challenging league. This is a gritty, hard-nosed division. And when you have a young team and you coach players at this level that are 17 to 20 years old, 21 years old, they are at the early stages of their development, and it is going to take time. That's why I say, no one is happy with the record. No one is happy with losing in the first round. But when you take a step back and you look at the big picture and you measure your results and your development and your growth qualitatively, there are positives. Guys took steps, and we will see what the next several weeks and months entail. I'm excited to see what some of these guys do with their training, which for our group begins on April 27th. That's their first day of off-ice training with the programs that we gave the guys over the summer. I see them now as they leave us. I'm anxious to see what they look like in July at main camp.
We'll get back to kind of what the off-season schedule is, but Coach, let's talk about the NAHL altogether, the league. Just in our own division, we saw Minot having a real great year this year. Austin, of course, always a good powerhouse. Bismarck is always there. And even Brookings this year gave a challenging battle to everybody. So you have to say we're probably the best division in the league, I'd say.
Our division is solid. Our players performed real well at the top prospects. The Central Division was the best division there statistically, and I thought qualitatively, when you look at the way the Central Division players played, I thought they were real good. This is a great league. No coach is going to say that his team ever played an easy game. Nobody's going to say that on the record. But the truth of the matter is, we didn't have one easy game this year. This is a tough division. Everyone's real good. I thought the division as a whole grew quite a bit. I thought everybody's players got better. No easy hockey in the NAHL, that's for sure. This is a tough league. It's hard on the body. It's a 60-game grind. Puck battles are tough. Walls are tough. It's a man's league, plain and simple, and it's a great league for players to develop in.
You bet. And those players start their development or road to the development. At least for the Aberdeen Wings, we have an open tryout camp that comes up in May 22nd through the 24th. In that, what are you guys doing now with the coaching staff? I'm assuming take at least a day, to relax a little bit. But what do you, as a coaching staff and scouting staff, prepare for now with the Wings draft evaluation camp coming up?
So what we're going to do over the next several weeks is we're going to take some time and we're going to evaluate our season. We're going to clear our heads. We're going to exhale, take a deep breath so that we can make rational decisions moving forward. It's very easy and very tempting at this time of the year to make emotional decisions and decisions out of passion. Passion's good when you're playing the game and it's good in the heat of the moment. But on the hockey operations side, we've got to make real good, smart, sound decisions about our future. We have players that are going to be going off to college, going on to other things. So we will let that play itself out, and we will get out on the recruiting trail. We would rather be playing right now, no question. But since we're not playing, our entire coaching staff can get out, evaluate some late season events. There are a number of them coming up, and just try to build an even bigger book on the players we already have on the board and see if any last-minute names come up, so we can make sure we're ready with our last two tenders. We have two left, and we're ready for the NAHL draft, which is in early June.
All right. And then after the draft, the draft camp, and then you have the draft in June. July comes main camp, and that's kind of the invite. These are the players that we kind of invite out of the draft and out of the an area. What are some areas, I guess not particularly of the team, but that you want to accomplish for next season that you can think of off the top of your head?
Well, that's a question that I'll better be able to answer in about a week or two. But what we're focused on right now is, again, just making good, sound decisions. We've asked our players to do one thing and one thing only, and that is focus on the one individual improvement area that we gave each guy that he needs to work on specific to himself. And then I'm not sure if this is where you're going with the question, but I would answer it this way. The most important investment a player can make in the offseason is the investment to improve his body. And as you well know, weight training and strength and conditioning is very, very important in this culture with what we do with the weight room right here, the unlimited practice ice. So we want to make sure our guys understand the plan over the next 16 to 18 weeks. Everyone's been giving a training program. We put it right in their hands. The ball's in their court. Now it's up to the individual players to go out, zero in on their individual improvement areas, and everybody is expected to be stronger, faster, and more mature when we see them next, which will be our main camp in July.
All right, Coach. Well, thank you so much for joining us here on this finale of Wings Weekly. I'll tell you about when we're going to be rejoining you with another Wings Weekly and some other dates that you can be looking forward to with the Aberdeen Wings. Coach, thanks so much for 14-15 season.
Well, thank you, Ward, and I just want to thank our fans. We don't say thank you enough. We really appreciate the support. We don't take it for granted. We have the best fans in the North American Hockey League. This is a great community for our players to learn, grow, and develop in, not only on the ice, but off the ice as well. So thank you to the fans for helping us build our program, grow our culture, helping us pull the rope, and we'll take a little bit of time to decompress, but I mean it when I say I can't wait for next year.
All right, Coach. Thank you so much. I'll tell you about those dates coming up next on Wings Weekly.
I remember the moment clearly.
I'll never forget that moment.
As long as I live.
I realized that moment
When we first saw the damage, these people really needed us. And I was going to make a difference, right here in my community. Together with local responders, we cleared trees and collapsed walls. We had to get to the family trapped beneath. As a citizen soldier, I made a difference.
Be there for your community at NationalGuard.com.
And a big thanks to Coach Francis Anzalone and assistant coach Mike Gratton, all of our scouting staff, DJ in the locker room, and all of our training staff as well, and everybody in the front office. It's been a great season, and we have had some great support from the Aberdeen Wings fans, and thank you so much. And a big thanks to Jay Kleinknecht on the road with the Wings and at home on 94.1 The Rock, ESPNAberdeen.com, and on Fast Hockey as well. Some dates to keep in mind, I guess, as we move forward. Again, we will update you on how the NAHL playoffs are going. But on May 22nd through the 24th, the Aberdeen Wings will be holding their pre-draft evaluation camp, or an open tryout, for those that want to join into the junior hockey world. And all you have to do is, if you want to learn more information, go to AberdeenWings.com, and under camps you'll see a pre-draft evaluation camp or tryout camp. And you can register there and a whole lot more. And then on June 9th will be the NAHL draft. You can follow on our social media outlets of Twitter, Facebook, also our website, and then afterwards a video will be posted to YouTube featuring the NAHL draft, at least for the Aberdeen Wings selections. Then on July 16th through the 19th, that will be the Aberdeen Wings main camp, which is the invite-only. Players that impress the scouting staff and coaching staff in the pre-draft evaluation camp are selected in the NAHL draft, and those players returning from this season will be there 16th through the 19th in July for main camp. Other than that, folks, we will keep you updated on players and things like that. We do want to wish good luck to the graduating players for the Aberdeen Wings, those being number 21, Bjorn Sigurdarsson, and also number 16, Captain Kyle Hake. Wish him the best at Air Force Academy and more. Always check out our website, AberdeenWings.com, Facebook, and Twitter. We'll let you in the know of the Aberdeen Wings. That's been this week's edition of Wings Weekly.